Hey, this is Greg, and welcome back to another wild edible and herbal plants video. Today's wild edible and herbal plants number 40, and today we're going to be talking about mimosa. But before I do that, I've got to do the disclaimer. A lot of things out there are good to eat, good for you. Some of them taste great. A lot of others, they don't. Some can make you very sick, and some can even kill you. Now, I am going to be talking about some medicinal benefits, so I got to add the additional disclaimer. So, I am not a doctor or a master herbalist. I am completely self-taught. If you're suffering from anything that we may or may not discuss today, don't start a course of treatment until after you've spoken with a doctor or a master herbalist. With that, let's talk about mimosas. Now, mimosa is an introduced species from Asia. It was first noted in the U.S. in the late 1700s by a botanist. Since that time, it's spread all over. In fact, a lot of people consider it noxious or invasive. It can be. It really can. But there's a lot of benefits to this tree as well. It's a medium-sized tree, and I've actually got a small one behind me. Now, I got to tell you in advance that I actually have collected all of the pieces that I'm going to show you today from 3 separate trees because I waited so long in the year that way I could show you everything about it. Now, it is called mimosa. It's called the Persian silk tree. It's called the silk tree. It's called the pom-pom tree. It's called a whole bunch of stuff. All right? Now, here's the thing. It produces a flower. Pretty little pink flower. Smells really good. Really good. Okay? The flower is edible raw. You can throw it in a salad or whatever. It can also be candied or cooked like a vegetable. Now, here's an opportunity for you. If you would like for me to do a video on candying mimosa blossoms, let me know in the comments below. Now, I'm going to be honest, it'll probably be next year because we're kind of at the end of the season because I wanted to be able to show you the entire thing. But it's really neat, it's really fancy, and it's not really difficult. If you want to look like you're highfalutin, this might be a way to do it. As it grows, it produces a seed pod. Now, this is a leguminous tree, which means it takes nitrogen out of the air and pumps it down into the soil. Or it's a nitrogen fixer. So, with that, a lot of people like to plant it in amongst their fruit trees, amongst their vines, amongst their, bushes and everything like that. And then as it grows, they coppice it. They cut it down, and then it grows back and cut it down. Let me tell you something. You can cut these things off even with the ground, and they will grow right back, no sweat whatsoever. That's actually one of the things that makes it invasive. This thing will pop up anywhere. Now, it really grows well from about 6A south, 5B some sheltered areas, so it's still going to cover most of the United States. As I said, some people consider it invasive. Now, the seed pods, I cannot verify this. This is just based on research. Some people have said they're absolutely toxic, don't touch them, oh my God! But then again, we realize that a lot of things people say are poisonous or toxic, which really aren't. And then a lot of stuff people say is absolutely fine, which is really not. So, you got to take that into consideration. But I have read in several locations where people will take the seeds out of the little pod, they will roast them and powder them as a way of extending their flower stores. So that's something for you to consider. Now, I'm going to pause this as soon as I find my remote. I'm using a new camera, so I'm not real keen on it yet. It actually looks quite tropical in appearance. The leaves, they close up at night, and they can get rather long. The light green ones like you see here, let's see if I can compare them for you. See how this one's a lighter green than this one, and this one's a lighter green yet? The lighter green leaves, the tender young leaves, can be cooked as a pot herb. Now, this tree is called, in China, the tree of perpetual happiness. There is a reason that it's called that, because the stem bark is harvested and powdered and used as an emotional balancer. And if allowed to, it will take over. But I mean, this tree right here, this is actually on my yard. I've cut it back 4 different years, and oh, got it. You can see here that it's just gone crazy. And I may actually leave that fall in there. That'd be kind of interesting. I caught it, so my camera's not damaged. Alright. So, let me level you up there. That would get on my nerves really bad. There we go. So, you see, there's a lot of uses for this little tree. I like it. It's beautiful. The smell is incredible, especially if you got a decent stand in it. But it can be invasive. Now, if you want me to candy the leaves or the flowers, do a whole video on it, be sure and leave a comment below. Now remember, I'm telling you this in advance. It'll probably be early next summer before I get to it, because I waited to the end of the season to be able to show you the seed pods. Okay. Also, I am scheduling my public plant walks for the fall and spring right now. If you're in north central Alabama or north Alabama and you would like to have a plant walk at a location near you, you'll need to get in touch with me. I'll have my email address in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this turned out okay. Like I said, it's a brand new camera, trying to figure everything out. And if you have any questions, you can also use that, because I'm about to start a new series calling that Ask Greg, I reckon. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed it. Step by step, we're bringing real back. Have a great day. Bye-bye.